Okay, looking at example 1, this is a super similar process, right? We're given, similar to what we did yesterday, we're given this expression. Notice there's no equal sign, so we can't solve it. But what we could do is we could assign a number to each of these variables, okay? So in this case, we're dealing with, so yesterday we only dealt with one variable, today we're working with 3. So we've got x, y, and we have z in this case. I'm going to keep my numbers small. You should never use 0 or 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in a 2 for x, a 3 for y, and a 4 for z. Okay, so similar to what I did yesterday. Okay, so we're simplifying this, trying to figure out which is equivalent. So the first thing that we're going to do is assign a number for each variable. So I'm going to plug a 2 in for my x's, a 3 for my y's, and a 4 for my z's. Okay, that's great that we've decided that, but remember, you have to tell the calculator. Okay, so I'm going to start a new document. Always say no. I'm going to go to Add Calculator. I've got to tell the calculator that I want to use a 2 for x, so we'll put 2. This store feature that we used yesterday, so Control Store for x. Press Enter. Do the same for my 3, storing that for y. And then same deal for my z, so 4, storing for z. Okay, so I've told my calculator what to plug in for x, y, and z. Now that I know that, I can plug this original expression in. So we've got in parentheses is -4, x. To get this exponent right here that's not a 2, you're going to press this little up button right here. When you press that, you get your exponent box. So we got 4x to the 3. Notice if you were to keep typing, you're still in the exponent box. So once you've put your 3 as your exponent, you've got to click to the right. And now I can type my y. Okay, you'll see I'm no longer in the exponent box. To the power of 7. Remember, I've got to go to the right to get out of my exponent. Z. Close my parenthesis. And squared. So I can double check to make sure I plugged it in right. -4x to the 3, y to the 7, z, all of that squared. It's always a good idea, y'all, to just go really quickly glance at it and make sure it matches what your paper looks like. Now I can press Enter. And I get a huge number here, okay? You don't have to write this down, but I'm going to, just for the sake of an example. Okay? We have a very, very big number. That's just because we've got all of these different exponents. Okay, you could have used a decimal if you wanted a smaller number, but it's no big deal. Now I'm going to start typing in my answer choices. Okay, so -16, x to the 6th, y to the 14, z to the 2. Okay, double check it really quick, make sure it looks good. Okay, notice it's the same number that I got up here, but it's negative. So we know that's not right. I'll go to answer choice B. -4, x to the 5th, y to the 9, z. Okay, that doesn't match what I got at the top, so I'll go to the next one. 16, x to the 6th, y to the 14, z squared. And this, 783, 641, 64096, that matches. Just to double check, I am going to do my last answer choice. So 8x to the 6th, y to the 14, z to the 2. Okay, notice really quickly, this is kind of a side note. As I'm typing these in, notice that my letters pop up as bold. That means that the calculator recognizes that it's plugging a 2 in, a 3 in, and a 4 in. So I will get to this in the next example. So just notice how each of the letters pops up as bold. Okay. For answer choice D that I just plugged in, this didn't match my original. Okay, so I'm good. And I know that this example 1 is C. When I plugged in my original expression, when I plugged in my C expression, I got the exact same number. Okay, so remember, you can't do this though unless you tell the calculator what you want to use for X, Y, and Z, or whatever variables you've got.